In today's video, I'm going to be setting up my planners for the week of November 10th, as well as setting up some goal action steps. So stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm Tracy and I want to welcome you back to my channel. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. And yes, today I'm going to be setting up my catch-all planners, maybe some others, maybe just one. I don't know. We'll have to see where the planning takes us. But I am going to first start out setting up this planner, which is my weekly catch-all planner. It's the horizontal layout. So I'll be setting that up first, and then I'm going to go back and do my weekly action steps. And then we'll just see what I feel like doing afterwards. That might be the end of the video. So yeah, that is the plan for today. Before we get into decorating, I do want to quickly recap my actions for last week. I did not film a video for, well, the current week that we're in, but it'll be last week at the time of watching, just so I can kind of give you a good rundown of my weekly action steps, especially for those of you that caught my November goals. So I wanted to set up a morning routine for telework days and in-office days. I did. I didn't do a good job of sticking with that. So I'm going to have to do that. And I think this is going to carry over into the next week. So I'm going to just keep that the same. So as I'm setting my weekly actions for next week, we'll just skip right over that one because I'm just going to pencil in word for word what that says. Decide on a 2026 trip, budget with flights, solo or have some friends that are kind of interested in going now. We'll have to see. I need to basically put some pressure on them to see how committed they really are, because this is something I really, really want to book before the end of the year. Originally, it was before December, but now that other people are showing interest, I might can push it out until the end of the year. It's just, I'm looking at vacations for May or June, so I feel like I'm in a little bit of a time crunch just because they're bigger vacations, but that is something that I'm actively working on. So while I haven't quite decided on it, I still feel like that's a good one because I'm moving in the right direction. And the reason why I haven't is because I might have a friend to go with. So, that's a good reason for that. Work and learning, November filming schedule. I just been kind of flying by the seat of my pants when it comes to November, y'all, if I'm being completely honest. And I might just continue to do that. I really may just do that. I feel like I enjoy filming a little bit better when it's like, what do I feel like filming today? And then just doing that rather than having a plan set up for, oh, I want this video to go out. I want to do this video. I haven't done this one in a while, because sometimes I might not really feel like doing those on camera. Sometimes I haven't really been decorating all my planners just because I haven't felt like it. And I don't want to feel like I need to just for a video. So I actually may not do that. I feel like I'm in a good place, still putting out like at least 3 videos a week. So I think that's fine. Film 3 videos. I guess this might be the 3rd. I don't have any for next week though, but I think this would be the 3rd. So we can actually check that one off. And my 3-year journal, I am now caught up because I was a little behind when it came to October, but we are caught up now. Now I just need to get on a roll for November. I do have a video explaining my 3-year journal. It's just a prompt-based journal that I'm going to keep over the course of 3 years. And it has 12 prompts per month. And that way I can answer those same prompts over the course of the month and just kind of see how everything differs. So it's my version of the journal a day, or like the 5-year journals where you journal daily. It's my 12 times a month, 3-year journal. Health and wellness. I have not worked out a minimum of 3 times. So far, I haven't actually worked out, but I did do some manual labor, as in lugging my 7.5-foot Christmas tree out of the shed into my living room by myself. Yes, I did that. Let's just say I closed all 3 rings in a matter of less than an hour. That's how much my heart rate got up, just getting the tree in and putting it up. I've not decorated it, but it was just nice weather. So I wanted to get it from the shed to my house. So I wasn't having to do that later on. But I have it sitting up. We can decorate it closer to Thanksgiving. But Does that count as a workout? Because if so, I'm already 2 in. And today, which is Saturday, I kind of want to rake some leaves, which will also be a third. So we're just going to do a slash because I've done only one like actual like workout, but the other 2, I've been active. So I don't know. Meal plan and prep, I did. I did really, really well this week with my food. Really well. And I used my new little meal planner that I set up during my November video. So I haven't done the recipes yet. I haven't written the recipes down in there yet, but I have started meal planning in that. And I have not stretched in the AM and PM. I've done a little bit of stretching like in the evenings, but not enough to say that I've done it both times. Have not worked on my travel journal yet, but I still have 2 days left. So we'll just leave that blank. Affirmations journal. I've done that a little bit, not as much as I want. Haven't done any of this. Haven't done any of the financial stuff yet, y'all. Have not. Haven't done my Black Friday list. I have no idea what I'm actually going to be looking for. Haven't set a budget. Haven't done a gift list. No, none of that. The leaves will hopefully get done this weekend. I did do the living room though. So we are there for that. All right. So like I said, what I have decided that I personally like to do, you'll see this done a lot of different ways. Some people like to do the weekly actions and then use that to set up their catch-all. I kind of find it a little bit better to do it the reverse for me, especially currently. And that's just because I've been really, really busy. And I have a really busy week coming up. I have a busy probably 3 weeks coming up. So this is probably going to work best for me. I pulled out this sticker book. They have a lot of Thanksgiving-ish type stuff here, but they have these. So that's pretty. And then we have decorative boxes. We have these. And hold up, where was the washi? Oh, did I skip that? Then we have the washi strips. So I think I'm going to try to use boxes, washi strip, and some of the florals. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to try to use like the Thanksgiving type stuff. I think we'll just leave that as is. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead. I know what's going on. Let me grab... This looks really good. Okay, so most of the stuff that is going on is work related. So I'm going to put like little mile liners in where the work related stuff is. All right. So that's it. I put it toward the top. Like there's one of these 2 top lines when it's schedule related. And then the other line when it's like meeting related. Now, the only difficulty with these florals... I guess I can do those 2 corners because like I need my habits. That's where I plan on tracking my habits. I mean, of course, habits. My, what do you call it? My routine. That's what it is. Okay. Actually, I don't think I'm going to have that much to write here. I think I have some like work meeting stuff that's going to take up a pretty good portion of the day. Now, obviously, this is kind of designed to go down here, but I think it looks fine right there, especially once I cut it. It'll look fine, which let's go ahead and do that now. Where did I put my big scissors? Like those things have disappeared. I think they've walked off. As most of my supplies do. They have legs. They walk off. So yeah, this is probably the one planner that I have been consistent in. I just feel like as time gets busy, I have been neglecting some of my other planners. Now, with that said, it's really only one other planner that I'm in. That's my daily. I do go in and write my daily to-dos in there. There just isn't enough room to write all of my to-dos, like the tedious to-dos that I need to get done that day, or work to-dos that sometimes can be a lot just because of a lot of little things. There just isn't room in here. So that's where I put that stuff. But I haven't been like decorating or anything like that. So that's what I mean by I just haven't been in these planners. And then my fitness and wellness, again, I'm struggling to I only get in those planners when I work out. And that needs to not be the case. Working out does not mean that's the only time I get in those planners. I need to be in that planner more than that because I'm tracking my my health and wellness. Okay. All right, Tuesday's another holiday, so I'll put a box there. Probably should have put a box there instead of the line. The last time I did one of these setups, I had to go through and like put whiteout behind it because I did that, and then I decided I wanted a box over it instead. That's kind of where I'm going right now, y'all. That is kind of where I'm going right now. I'm kind of like, I would like a box right there instead of that one. So let's grab the green. I'm just going to do this. Just I have an appointment that evening, and I'd rather have it in a box to kind of highlight it because it's not a usual appointment. Let's see. So yeah, this is this seasonal love sticker book. There are two versions of this. You can get the July through December, or you can get the January through June. I do have a discount code AGWP, which will save you. Once again, multitasking has proven to be problematic. My correct code is AGWP10. As always, my affiliate links and discount codes are always down in the description box. These are great sticker books. They are great. They have scrapbook paper in it, like that you can tear. They're sticker scrapbook paper. I just don't know how to call it, so I call it scrapbook paper. But yeah, it makes it like super decorative, and then these boxes are amazing. Actually, can I do this? And I think I'm going to do a to-do list over here. I think I want to change things up just for aesthetic reasons. I think I'm going to highlight the things that I like really want to get done, like appointments or anything like that here. But I think I'm going to do bullet points over here, and this is where I'm going to write my to-do list. It's literally going to be like one word thing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. For some of this stuff, I'm going to probably put it over here. All right, so I put all the dots down. I do need another box for here. I like to have a pretty big box to kind of share with Saturday and Sunday. That way I can just kind of write my general weekend to-dos. I feel like it works pretty well to do that. So I'm just going to use this one here. It's like it wants me to flip it the other way, but I'm gonna be a rebel and flip it that way. So even though it's mostly on Saturday, it's fine because I'll just write whatever I need to do both days. I can actually probably put another box down here for Sunday. Let's see. Do I have any left? I've already gone through most of these boxes, at least the plain ones. Let's actually put this here. I usually decorate this, but I think the shape is a little off. But this week is gonna start getting really busy, really busy. I know I talk about Black Friday a lot, but that is when I do a lot of my gift shopping as well. So it's not just like me buying stuff for me. It's also like something that I like to prepare for. So not just planner sales is not all that I'm tracking. I'm tracking all of the things. I think I want to try to trim this. A lot of times boxes do not have borders, but because these are decorative boxes, like the white offset is what I mean by borders, but because these are decorative boxes and there's florals around there, that's the reason why there's an offset. And I know my cut is not straight. So I'm trying to get rid of that. Oh, I guess we have to take it up. We can actually bring this off to the side. There we go. Did it need to be the other way around? It's fine. It's fine. For some reason, I feel like that needs to be at the bottom, but it's fine. All right. So I am going to start decorating. I will speed that part up. Yes, I've already decorated, but I need to add in some other stuff, y'all. I need to add in some other stuff. Now, I'm not going to fill in anything with pen. I don't like this. I don't like this. Let me move this a little bit over. Yes, I'm scattered brain, y'all. I like start talking about something and then I'm not. Okay, so I'm not going to fill this in with pen. I'm sure you guys don't care what I'm doing what day. So, but basically the bullet points are going to be things that I need to do. The boxes are kind of major things. They could be to-dos, especially in some of these, but some of the other ones are more appointments. These are more work-related appointments that I want to be aware of. So I didn't use boxes. I just used some outliners. The bullet points are going to be to-dos. With that said, I am going to obviously be filling this in today or tomorrow with my weekly to-dos. However, this is one of the weeks that I need to keep in mind that even if this gets filled up on Sunday, I still may need to add stuff in as the week goes on. I mean, my daily planner does help with that, but I also sometimes might have this planner open and right in there. So I want to be aware of that when I'm decorating. So like, even though this is obviously, here's my bullet points. So I might add a box here or something, or I don't know, because I kind of want to leave the space open just in case I need it. So yeah, that's just something I wanted to point out with you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and add just a few more decorations because this page can't handle but so much. And then we will start talking about my weekly action steps. All right, guys, there we go. So I love how this turned out. I think it's turned out great. This box is taken up a lot with this decorative sticker. It mainly took up this extra space here. However, Friday is the one day that I don't think I'm going to have a lot in this space, just because I'm working on one big project for work. So I'm not going to have extra to-dos for work. I have a massage appointment that night, so I'm not going to have anything really to do between then. I guess there might be a few things I need to get done before that. But other than that, it's probably going to be more than enough space in this area. This, I think it'll still be enough space, even though this took up a decent amount of space too. If for some reason I need to add space, I can add one of these boxes, like just a plain box like here, to kind of write some more stuff and gain a little bit of space back. But I honestly think this might be enough space too, because Thursday and Friday are the 2 days that are going to probably have the least amount of to-dos. So just thinking about my schedule as far as like work projects, work to-dos, and then just other life to-dos, those are probably going to be the 2 days that are going to be the most simplistic on my calendar. Everything else is probably going to be full. With that said, you can see I have a big sticker here, a sticker here, and then a sticker here that takes up some space. But for the most part, I did not really reduce a lot of my functional space in most of these other days. I used boxes, decorative boxes, and then I kind of layered them with a little bit of stickers just to kind of maximize the space. I'm really enjoying doing that. That is what I did last week. I didn't film a YouTube video, but I did film a TikTok reel showing like the setup process. And I just really, really like it. I felt like, you know, it makes it look super pretty again without really taking up the space, and it just works really well. So this is something that I'll probably continue on throughout the end of the year until there's a week where I know I'm not going to be super busy, and then I can just decorate it with all the big elements and not worry about it. So now we're going to flip back to weekly actions. I am not going to reflect on wins, what works, or anything like that, because I kind of felt like I did that when I went over this. So I verbally did it, and I feel like that's enough. All right, I already said personal. I am just going to transfer all of the stuff here. Financial, I'm also going to transfer everything that was here. Where is it? To here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really, really quick. Okay. Okay. Health and wellness, I'm also going to keep this. Even though like I was good, this is something that honestly, if I'm being honest with you, I probably will not be doing I'll probably not be filming the weekly reset for next week. I like doing these like every other week because they are kind of repetitive. This is also going to stay the same, and it's going to stay the same probably for every week. It may even stay the same for every week through the end of December and maybe even beyond. Actually, I'll be upping that up at some point. But it's just a good thing, you know, meal plan, meal prep, workout, and stretch, right? All right, so I did break up the AM stretch and the PM stretch. While it really didn't matter this week because I really didn't do it, I do kind of see a situation where maybe I'm really good with the AM stretch because I added as part of my morning routine, but then fall off for the PM. And I want to make sure I'm giving myself credit for what I do end up doing versus what I don't. So I'm breaking that up. Okay, fun and recreation. I already mentioned that I'm still thinking about my 2026 travel. So I'm going to put 2026 international trip. We'll just say planning. I need to do flight prices so I can get those to people to see if they're really serious about it, because I think that's going to be the make or break. So I think, flight people. Oh my goodness, y'all. I can't talk and write at the same time. Perfect example of that. I said the word people and I wrote the word people instead of prices. Okay, now you know I speed it up and do voiceovers. Flight prices. Yay. Okay, is there anything else for fun and rec? I actually do want to schedule something. I'm going to schedule outings because there's actually 3 that I need to do. It's going to be part of family and relationships too, but there's 3 I need to do. So that needs to get done. So we'll put that there. For spiritual and personal growth, I just do the personal growth here. So I want to continue with my affirmations journaling. I say continue. I just need to get more consistent with it. I am in it at least once a week. I will say that. I was in it multiple times this week, not so much, but we still have 2 days left. So maybe because I said that, now I'm going to make it a point to be in there like 2-3 times a week this week. So I definitely want to stay on top of that. That's really it's kind of a good way to almost do like a Dear Diary journal, because I'm talking about affirmations and kind of reflecting on myself without feeling like it's super personal. So that's why I really like that. And I think that's pretty much all I really want to focus on for myself. But let's like take a quick look, make sure I'm not travel journal. I would rather put in work and learning, if I'm being honest. I don't really want that. I don't want that here because that's not personal growth. That's more like enjoyment type thing, memory keeping type thing. So let's put this here. Although if I don't do this week, I might kind of remove it from my November to-dos, and it might just be something that I work on over like Christmas or something like that, because I'm really kind of itching to get my hands on some of my 2026 planners and stuff and maybe start doing some fun things in there. And when I find inspiration, I would rather go ahead and do that in those particular planners or journals, because, you know, if I can go ahead and set them up now, that's one less thing I have to do in December. And then maybe December rolls around and I really want to start like working on some of these old projects. So that's kind of how I do. I'm a mood journaler. Let's say that I'm a mood journaler, but I want to put that there because it's something that I still want to work on. Like I need to print photos and stuff like that. For work and learning, like I said, I've completely kind of the November schedule. So I still need to film videos. So we're going to say film 3 videos because I have to do that. That's just something I have to do. That's not even goals related. Well, it is goals related in a way, but that's something that I have to do. Could I do another reading journal setup video? I've done like 3 already, y'all. Only one has gone out. I think another one may go out this week. Maybe I can do another reading journal setup or something. Let's do maybe a 2026 setup video. That will help me for December prep, because that's going to be hard when I want to do a video a day. So if I can do 3 videos for November and then 1 for December, that's 4 videos. That would be great. By the way, I have filmed my 2026 planner lineup video, guys. I think that might go up this weekend. If not next weekend. Just depends on like me trying to like maximize maximize my scheduling so I don't have to film as much. So I did film that. And like I said, I actually have 2 other reading journal setup videos already filmed because I started setting those up in October, y'all. So those have been set up for a while. I'm just now releasing them to the world. Family relationships, I do that off camera because it's basically like, hey, I need to contact this person. So it's more like to-dos, but my goal is to connect. So that's what it is. And then physical environment, I'm going to put on here still like keep up with yard. So we'll still put yard work on here. Yes, I'm going to do that today. I know I'm not going to get it all done today. So it's something that I might want to also tackle next weekend as well. I think that's all I'm going to focus on. I think whatever else I get done is great. So that is it. That is it for my weekly action steps. And I think that's all I want to do today, y'all. That is really all I want to do today. I do want to mention, where is my... So, like, here's my daily planner real quick. Can't really show you. I don't want to, like, show too much because I got some just regular, like, scheduling stuff on there. But, yeah, the way I've kind of been doing this, ignore the dates. I have not done anything for today. But I just come in and just write down my to-dos. I haven't been decorating it. Sometimes you will see I decorated videos on here where I'm decorating my daily. But I just haven't been super consistent with that. But it's fine because I'm still using it. And that's the whole point. But I do kind of quickly want to mention how I'm using this just in case you are curious. I will give you a spoiler for my lineup video. I will be having another one of these in my lineup. I will be using it a little bit differently in the upcoming year. Maybe, maybe not. The intent is to use it differently, but we know once January starts and you start actually getting into the planning, things could change. But I am thinking I'm going to, do it a little bit differently at the beginning of the year. But what I do now is I kind of write to-dos as well as my anticipated schedule over here. I kind of do a mix of both over here. So like if there's like a blank spot, like if I know I'm going to be doing, this is a bad example. Let's say I'm going to do housework from 10 until 3. I mean, we're already at 11, so. But then what I might do inside of it is do like check boxes and write things I want to accomplish within that block. I'm not going to be doing housework that long, but I'm just saying that is kind of an example. It's kind of the same thing I do with work. I will block off my work day and then write my to-dos. I also do that with other things. I will write other to-dos here. However, if I go out and I'm not going to do it today, but like tomorrow, I might go out in the morning and run a few errands. I will come back and probably write what I did that day as far as the errands, because I'm trying to get into the habit of actually recording some of the things I did so that way I can remember that, because I just want kind of like a complete picture of my day. I also been journaling a little bit, but when I say journaling, it's more about writing what I did, what I've been doing. I've been also incorporating a little bit of currently typed prompts in here. It's like reading, watching, maybe like interested in, annoyed by. I don't even know if that's a currently prompt I use. I've been doing that more so in here intermittently because I have not been in my currently journal for about a couple of months now. So I just kind of wanted to tell you how I was using this. I don't think I'm going to be decorating it this week either. I think I'm going to just get in there and use it. But there we go, guys. So that is my weekly setup and my weekly catch up plus my action steps. I just like, these are very basic, right? They're very basic, but I still like to kind of keep you guys updated just to see how simplistic it is for me to do it. Some other people might do really, really more in-depth goals because their life just requires it. Even though I'm busy, this is pretty much all I can focus on right now because I'm busy with work-related stuff and I do not set work-related goals. No, no, no. When I talk about work, I'm talking about my 9 to 5. I'm not talking about a girl with plans. I don't really consider in that work as much. But yeah, so that's kind of how my goals work. So just want to share them in case that helps some of you guys out that also do goals in a very simplistic type way where you're just pretty much just trying to keep your head above water type way. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really, really do appreciate it. Like I said, all of the stickers that I used today for my decorative spread came from Seasonal Love from Live La Posh. This should still be available. Highly recommend both of those books. Like I said, my discount code AGWP10 will save you 10%. As of the time of filming, I have no clue what Live Love Posh's November schedule is as far as releases or any type of sales. I am still waiting for that information. So unfortunately, I can't really provide that. This should still stay in stock, I would say. However, if they do have a sale, even if this book is not on sale, it might be a decent time to pick it up because some people will start adding other stuff just to save on shipping. But yeah, can't recommend that book enough because look, I just mainly use boxes. All right, guys, thank you so much for taking time in your day to tune into this video. And if you have yet to subscribe, I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel. That is all I have for now. I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time, bye.